Negros Americanos. Negros Americanos.
Negros Americanos.
African Americans.
This is a command for submission, and it is a plea for you to be black, no matter your skin complexion.
I was born on the 17th day of January, 1846. I go back as far as way along in the early 50s. My first recollection of public living, and especially political living, as I may call it, was when I learned as a boy of 9 or 10 that my home was in the state of Virginia. I knew of some brutality, as I call it, exercised toward some of the Negro slaves. As a whole, the Negroes got along very well. Now, my father's Negroes.
Because if you are black, it means that you are blind to the injustices taking place. Injustices in the world and injustices to yourself.
Negros Americanos. Only community that has the power in this country to change anything.
A Negro specifically says a descendant of Africa, a black man.
Who played Superman. Yeah, he's a friend of our show.
Someone ready to support, ready to forgive, or to aid and defend.
Is all the white men. From the man who controls the job, from the man who controls the welfare, from the man who controls the hospital, from the man who controls the school.
For wages. Anyone who works for wages is considered black. They're block men. Ready to be sold and bought to the highest and the lowest bidder.
We were all presented with the same opportunity to work a triple shift. You didn't want to take it. I took it. And now you're mad at me that I'm taking your position. Like, bro, you didn't want to take it. But I took it because I understand this is what I have to do by the world standards. And I'm not saying there's poverty, there's disadvantage here. But you're talking to a brother who's coming from a worse form of poverty than you can even ever imagine. And so it's relative at some point. So what is oppression for you is opportunity for the other.
They are brought in as a Negro, a dastard, which means they are a group sent in to make the original inhabitants cowardly, as they are used to intimidate or dispirit.
There's a lot of why aren't black people standing with us? Latinos are screaming for help right now. There are some black people that are out there, but I'm telling all black people, stay the f*** out of these protests. Stay out. We can still be there in spirit, but yeah, you stay out of it or you'll end up a spirit. You understand?
Black men are a part of the black market. They are considered mercenaries, as a soldier that is hired into foreign service. This is a black man or a block man, and they even tell you by name, ICE. But where did this name come from?
So you see what the background picture is. Now let's talk about it. Ashe. Where does this word come from? What does it mean and why is it used? Ashe originates from the Yoruba language in Nigeria, which is Africa. It is used as a term of blessing, affirmation, and its life force, movement, and motion. It's speaking something to be, calling it into existence. All of our ancestors that came before us are embodied in this word Ashe. This word is a powerful primordial word, which helps you to channel your own energy.
Did you know that ICE and Ase are the same words? One is meant to freeze you into a position, and the other one is to. Through I say. They show you this on the screen because the command is for you to do what I say, which is to obey these people in costume, when in reality, they only have authority when we decide to give it to them. Now this woman speaks.
If you're gonna kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass.
And an African from Africa tells black people to be quiet.
Silencio. Most of your culture is African. You know, of course you're European and you're Italian, all this other but a lot of you is African. All this salsa you be doing, that's African. The rumba that comes from Cuba, you are southwestern Nigerians. You guys practice Santeria, Chango, Alegua. Those are Yoruba gods. That's Nigeria. That's my country. That's my parents' country. My mother spoke Yoruba.
Have you ever noticed that this word and this word were the same words?
What?
Yoruba. Yoruba. This is your rope, and this is the one who comes in to vex, to destroy structures, and create ruins. These people are wearing costumes and playing their part as an accent. The truth is, everyone has their turn.
It would mean that the children of migrants, the children of non-citizen workers who were born here would also be citizens. Nevertheless, over the course of the last 15 years, we have heard many Republicans talk about ending birthright citizenship. And President Trump now has come up with a way, with the aid of the United States Supreme Court, to skirt around the plain language of the 14th Amendment.
But just to think about the practical reality of every hospital in America, or at least in these states, becoming the frontier of creating a second-class non-citizenship status.
Remember, I showed you this in the past. They made people claim the land, which means to disembark, and then they went to go get the children. Illegal immigration, past and present, gives access to contraband. And secession from the Union in 1860 was seen as illegal immigration, as it was an unexpected movement. They believed it's only fair that both sides get access to the children. They started the Civil War. General order that started the holiday of Juneteenth is that the Union Army came to claim underage migrant workers, who they then regarded as free men. We can see this within the word emancipation, as this word breaks down into the word immense, epit, shun. Emancipation. Something that is immense is unbounded, and the word epit deals with the entitlement of something, meaning who holds the title. And then we have the word shun. Shh. Or what about the speech given by Ella Baker on May 20th, 1960, stating, "We want the world to know that we no longer accept the inferior position of second-class citizenship. We are willing to go to jail, be ridiculed, spat upon, and even suffer physical violence to obtain first-class citizenship." It is important to note that second-class citizenship during that time frame directly reflected incoming foreigners as an immigration status. Second-class citizen means someone born outside of the U.S. They have U.S. citizenship. They have U.S. citizenship either through their parents or through naturalization. How many Black people or African Americans, as you know them, were born outside of the U.S.? Were your parents born outside of the U.S.? What about your grandparents? While not physically, if they were a part of another government system,
at a time when we are watching masked ICE agents roll up on people outside the Home Depot and wrestle them to the ground, and we're watching them, deport people and send people to third-party countries with which they have no connection. Is that what is going to be happening to newborn babies who are born, who they believe fall under this executive order, which purports to deny birthright citizenship to those who don't have at least one parent who's a citizen or a permanent resident? Are Are they going to be, as you say, outside maternity wards, these masked agents, or in maternity wards trying to take babies away from their parents, or outside the homes of new parents trying to enforce this executive order? This is beyond dystopian.
Right now, it is the turn of the Spanish speakers to be bullied. But if history repeats itself, Black people, your turn is coming. In the 60s, the thing is, they know where they are going to deport these people, but Indigenous Americans, where are they going to deport you, all who claim that they are African American? If you guys want to have a name decoded, your name, someone else's name, for research purposes or relationship compatibility, it can even tell you if you're in the right career. If you are interested, check out the information in the description down below.